Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Go Bananas Comedy Club, Cincinnati's home for stand-up comedy. Wednesday night is packed as hell. Will you make some noise? Alright, we have a few very simple rules here at Go Bananas. Please turn off all of your cell phones. Keep the table talk to an absolute minimum. And no heckling the comedians, or you will be asked to leave. With that out of the way, make some noise for your family and friends that you're here to see tonight at the Go Bananas Pro-Am! And please help me welcome to the stage your host and MC, the very funny, the very talented, the very comrade, John Holmes!
Oh yeah! Go Bananas Wednesday night, how we feeling out there? Woo! Hell yeah. Thank you all so much for coming. I am your host tonight, John Holmes. I'm sorry if you were expecting the bloated comic to be up here, but I'm actually the dead 70s porn star. Yeah! The guy with the 14-inch dick, that's totally me! Please help me spread that rumor, you know? Whenever I tell people my name is John Holmes and they make that porn connection, they'll be like, oh, so you got a 14-inch dick. And I'll be like, well, give or take a foot. I'll be honest, it's mostly give. I got a 2-foot dick down there. I turn 38 tomorrow. That's all right. It doesn't matter. I turned 38. I just mentioned that because, we good? We're good. All right. I just mentioned that because I had my first old man moment recently. I don't mean like that old man moment where you're like, oh, I slept on my back funny and now it hurts, because that's been happening since I was like 22. I mean my first old man moment where I saw something and I was afraid of change, right? Like I didn't want things to progress. I saw this title of this headline that said, "Stop sexualizing breasts." And I was just like, not titties. Don't take titties away from me. I love titties. You already took the dog, now you're gonna take titties too? But then I actually read the headline, actually feeding in public. And it's like, yeah, guys, stop that. That's creepy and gross. No woman wants to be feeding her child with a stranger's erection next to her, you know? Let's stop that. Like I said, I turn 38 tomorrow, but I actually have been lying about my age because I'm actually only 17 and I'm not supposed to be in here. No, I've been going the other way with it. I've been telling people I'm 72. Because when I tell people I'm 72, they all look at me the same way and they say the same thing. They all go, "Oh, you look good for 72. You look real good. You look spry. You look great for 72. And then when I tell them I'm actually 37, they all say the same thing. They all go, "Ah! Have you ever tried water?" And I'm like, no, I haven't. They're like, "Do you lotion your face or moisturize your face?" I'm like, "I don't even lotion my dick. What are you talking about?" Oh, man, it's wild out there. I'll tell you this, because the last time, so 8 years ago, I had my 30th birthday, obviously. But I had the rudest thing happen to me, because listen, I also own a mirror. I know I don't look the best in terms of my age. But it was on my 30th birthday, this is true, I was celebrating it on this stage, and then I went next door to the bar, and then this lady turned around. I got a drink from the bar, and this lady turned around and started talking to me. Now, 30th birthday, it's an emotional one. All right, you're already feeling old, you're feeling worthless. But I went to drink. I get a drink at the bar, and this woman turned around and started talking to me. And she just said, "You just ordered the same drink as me." And I'm like, cool. It was a High Life. Like, it's not Kismet, it's cheap alcohol. What do you want from me? But then we started talking, and then it came down to like, she was like, oh, well, how old are you? And I was like, well, today's actually my 30th birthday. And she said to me, and I quote, oh my God. Now, sir, I hate to pick on you, but if you had to say how many times it was socially acceptable to scream, oh my God, after someone told you their age, how many times would you say? 3? I would still say 0. 0 times is it socially acceptable to do that. This bitch did it 3 more times. She kept screaming, oh my God, like someone had to calm her down. She was like, she said, dude, for real, I thought 50. And I was like, cool, I can leave now, right? Like nothing's gonna happen here. I can leave, right? So I got up to leave and she grabbed my arm and then she asked me the rudest question I've ever been asked, which is just, what happened? What happened? Like, I've had a rough life, you know? Like, so I was just like, I've had a rough life. But that didn't satisfy her. She was like, what really happened? Like, I'm like, bitch, what do you want from me? like, you think like I'm going to be like, oh, that's right, I was in that hotel fire. I forgot about that. That's what happened. That was 2 weeks ago. That's what happened. But no, I've been hospitalized. I've been homeless. I've drank a shit ton. So I just yelled at her, I've had a rough life. and then walked away. And as I was walking away, I just heard her say, well, that was rude. So nothing matters, guys. Nothing fucking matters. All right, we ready to kick this shit off? We ready to keep it going? Couple quick announcements. We got exits, emergency exits there, back there in the way you came. And by round of applause, how many people have checked out GoBananasComedy.com yet? There you go. Get on the list. We got some great shows coming up. With that out all of the way, please help me make some noise for your next comic on the show. The very funny, all the way from Indianapolis, the hilarious Mr. Duncan Kissinger!
Hey, keep it going for John, everybody. I'm happy to be here, man. I learned the difference between good and well at an early age. I learned my grandmother's well water is not good. I got these new glasses recently. You might be able to see them. You know, I think they've been a net gain in my life, right? One thing I have noticed, I've been spending a lot more time wiping my ass. I feel like before I had these, I just couldn't see shit, right, folks? All right. I got a dog. My mom calls me a dog dad. I hate that, you know. Always got to tell her, no, you don't get to be a grandma. There's a real good chance you're one of the main reasons this is a dog and not a person, right? But I can't keep a therapist long enough to find that out, you know what I mean? That's tough, man. My sister had a son about a year ago, so my mom's off my back now, but my mom will send me videos of this kid's development that my sister will send her because she thinks we don't talk. But me and my sister have iPhones and my mom doesn't, so I'll just get these little grainy, pixelated videos, and she's just like, look, he's learning how to walk, you know? I'm just like, are you sure? Like, this looks just like the video of Saddam Hussein getting hanged that I watched. That I watched on the family computer, but yeah, he's walking, Shelly. What the fuck? No, man. It's not all jokes, you know. 1 out of 5 kids doesn't know where their next meal's coming from, and that's sad, right? But 4 out of 5 kids thinks their next meal is being delivered on an airplane shaped like a spoon. Kind of think that's more sad, right? Kids are dumb, man. Interestingly enough, not a lot of people know this. 9/11 was actually a single mom trying to feed her fussy twins. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody thinks it was an inside job. Turns out it was just a whoopsie. So I want you to keep that in mind next time someone tries to tell you 9/11 was an inside job. Just say, hey, it's hard being a single mom, right? I did that for you, ma'am. I've been getting into flossing recently. I'll try this. The mouth stuff, I don't know the dance. Found out chicks dig guys who floss, so now I just do it all the time, right? I feel like I would have gotten into a lot more a lot earlier if I knew chicks dug it, you know? It's like 9 out of 10 dentists want me to brush 3 times a day. Fuck them. What do the ladies with the big naturals want me to do? Go bananas, I will do whatever they say, right? Oh, yeah. You know how it's always 9 out of 10 dentists that agree? Everybody thinks it's because one disagrees. Actually, it's because one killed himself. Yeah. Ain't that the blues, folks? Ain't that the blues? Oh, cool. Having so much fun, I feel like I'm running the light. Saw a toad recently. Y'all seen these? Kind of like frogs, a little different, you know. Can't quite put my finger on it. They're too quick, you know. But I can't see one of God's creatures and just enjoy it, you know. I gotta be like, who sent you? You know. So pull my phone out, look up the symbolism of seeing a toad, and it turns out in Chinese culture it's bad luck. It's a bad omen to see a toad. And I was just like, thank God I'm not Chinese. Right? That would have been a goddamn day ruiner. But, you know, the next day I had to put my cat down, and it's the hardest thing I ever had to do, right? Just feeling his life leave his body. But the whole time I was just distracted. I was just like, maybe I am Chinese. I shouldn't have been playing on my phone. That toad was trying to tell me something. All right. Well, next time I'll try and do better with this side of the room. You know, I don't know. Y'all ready to keep the show going? All right. It is my great pleasure to introduce your next comic, one of my favorites. Please make it loud for Blake Hammond.
One more time for Duncan, everybody, huh? Very funny. Duncan was talking about ladies with, what is happening? Everybody was like, let's talk. Okay, good. Duncan was talking about ladies with big naturals. I was on Pornhub the other day. Laughing at that, yeah, it's true. I was on Pornhub the other day, and I noticed they have a banner at the top that says Celebrate Black History. And if you click on that, it takes you to a bunch of videos that I've already watched. You ever find out you're a Black History buff? I had no idea. Turns out I've been celebrating Black History 1 to 2 times a day sometimes. It's crazy. Should have told cum jokes, Duncan. That's what they like. They don't like dumb, they don't like dead cat shit. They like dumb cum shit. It is weird though. It's weird to have that on a porn site. You know what I mean? Because you don't learn history when you watch porn. You know what I mean? I've never watched a Bang Bus video and learned about Rosa Parks. You know what I'm saying? I've watched a bunch of dudes run trains, and I don't know shit about the Underground Railroad. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking crazy, you know? I'll be honest, dude. I'll be honest. If you learned history from porn, I'd be so fucking smart. I would know so much gay history. I'd know thick Latina history. I would know every single person that's gotten stuck in a dryer. But no, man, porn's the opposite. You don't learn history when you watch porn. You delete history when you watch porn. Every time, dude, I delete my history. I've deleted so much Black history, it's racist. That's crazy. Yeah, that's right, applaud. Applaud for how fucking funny I am, bitch. All right, we're keeping that one. That's pretty good. Good little porn joke. Can't go wrong. Shut up, bitch. Sorry, that was a quote from the porn I was watching earlier. God damn, dude. see me. Stupid. What was the other thing I was gonna try? Oh yeah, I'm fat as fuck. You guys can tell that. I'm not lying. And I like to have fun with. Here's the thing I like to do. Whenever somebody around me likes to bring up their new diet, I like to pretend that I've been on that diet. Because immediately their face is like, oh no, this shit doesn't work. I will say I had to stop doing that joke in real life. I had to. Somebody fucking called me on it, man. It sucked. This guy came up to me, he was like, oh yeah, I started the keto diet. I was like, oh yeah, dude, I've been on the keto diet for 2 years. And he was like, damn, you must have been huge. I was like, okay, that joke has run its course. All right, I think I have time for one more thing. That's good too. Fuck, 2 for 2. Let's see if I can ruin it. Clap if you got, hey, anybody, clap if you're a cat person in here. Clap if you're a cat person. Okay, cool. Well, I think cats get a bad reputation. You know what I mean? Because everybody, when you bring up a cat, they're like, oh, a cat will eat your body when you die. A cat will eat your body when you die. And it's like, dude, I think a dog would eat your body when you die too. You know what I mean? The only difference is like dog people have like friends and family and loved ones that would find their body way before that happened. You know, it's not the cat's fault you're a fucking loser. All right, that's all I wanted to do. Thank you guys so much. That's fun. Very fun. You guys are good. Hell yeah. All right, I want you guys to make a lot of noise for your next comedian. She's been doing comedy for like a year. She's been really working hard at it. So make a lot of noise for Whitney McDunn, everybody.
Woo! Is it a good-looking crowd here tonight, or am I just fucking horny? Woo! Yes. Yes. What's up, ladies and gentle thems? How are we? I love you, Whitney! I love you back! As a comedian, my pronouns are he, ha, ha. Let's try it real quick. Thanks, guys. I am kidding. I am a non-binary / gender non-conforming, polyamorous, pansexual switch. Yeah. That means, for those of you that don't know and aren't hip to the lingo, that just means I don't like to choose shit. Gets real confusing in my shared Google Calendar. Like, who's green? What are we doing today? I often wonder, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but I do often wonder, you know, who stole the cookies from the cookie jar? I've never figured it out. How about anybody? Anybody know? Who stole the cookies from the cookie jar? Wasn't me. I also often wonder about if there was any BDSM back in medieval times. You know, like maybe there were like repeat offenders, like I wasn't there, you know? Or like were like the priests and monks and like sisters like just like purposefully sinning so they could like self-flagellate. You know, where they were like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I'm unemployed currently. Not for lack of trying, I've been looking real hard for a job. I was thinking about maybe selling feet pics, but I can't seem to get my foot in the door. I actually recently got fired from working the self-checkout at Kroger. I know the code for bananas, so everything's bananas. 4011 if you're wondering. Bell peppers are 4069 if they're cheaper, but bananas are usually where to go. 11 cents a pound. Everything's 11 cents a pound in my cart. Should have thought twice before they made himself. That's the price I wanted. I really do want a new job. You know, I really like those like first day games that they play, like 3 Truths and a Lie, or the name game where you just like go around the room and say your name and like where you're from and like an interesting fact about you. It's like my favorite thing, because I'll just do like 3 truths and y'all can figure it the fuck out. Because my life's been real weird. Just drop some truth bombs on them like, you guys ready for it? I know I just met y'all, but when I was a baby, Bill Clinton kissed me and my parents were involved in it. Boop. And I love to do it because then the next like half hour, people are like, wait, I gotta hear this story. What happened? Your parents were there and were you on Epstein's Island? How did this happen? I got time for one more cool joke for you guys, and then I'm gonna get off of here. You guys wanna see my sidekick? My name's Whitney McDunn, and that's been my time. Keep that energy up, because next to the stage is Khalil Carter.
So you guys remember being in school as a kid, during the announcements, teacher, the principal, they're talking to you guys, and they're like telling you how the day's gonna go, they're gonna tell you what's for lunch, they're gonna tell you whose birthday it is. You guys don't really give a fuck, but what if they brought cupcakes or some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? You guys gonna be happy about that. So this one day in the 5th grade, I'm sitting there, and the principal ends the announcements, but at the end of the announcements he goes, and to whoever's shitting in the sink in the boys' bathroom, please stop and come forward or there will be serious consequences. At this point, I'm starstruck. Like, I'm baffled. I'm intrigued a little bit, and I'm like, what's going on? So I do a little research. I Scooby-Doo this shit, and I find out it's happening in the boys' bathroom in the basement. So that's like kindergartners and 4th graders. So in my head, I'm like, okay, this is a little 4 foot, I can't talk right now, 4 foot person about my height, and he's like either dangling his feet in the sink like this, or you're squatting in the sink like this. Personally, I would have to squat because I don't want to dangle. What if you fall in and now you got shit in your ass? So I figured out a how. Now I'm wondering, why? Did you not like the janitor? Did you not like the principal? Did you not like yourself? Like, what made you want to shit in the sink? And what do you do if somebody walks in while you're shitting in said sink? What do you do if they walk in right after you shit in that sink? Oh shit, there's some shit in the sink. Like, what do you like? And I did some crazy shit when I was a kid. I ate a couple worms, ate a cicada or 2. You know what I'm saying? And I got nephews. They do a lot of stupid shit. But never in my crazy kid life have I ever thought, you know what, I'm gonna go to the bathroom today and shit in the sink. They never found out who that kid was, but I had a few ideas. I don't want to say his name because he might be in the crowd tonight, but we knew it was you, brother. And then I was like writing this story, and I started thinking about it as an adult, like, maybe he's like smart though. Like maybe that was the idea. Maybe he was trying to push against what was going on in the kindergarten or his classroom. He's being mean to his teacher for some reason. But then I also became I tried to envision myself as a parent. Like, what if you got that call as a parent? Yeah, Mr. Carter, I'm just calling you to tell you your son shouldn't sing. How do you like discipline that? Like, what talk do you have with your kid that night at dinner? Like, so I heard about what you did at school today. You've seen all the stalls, you've seen all the toilets, and you chose the sink. That was your move. I couldn't do it. It's hard being a parent. And I guess it's hard being a kid. That's the story I have for you guys tonight. I appreciate you guys. The guy coming up after me, his name's can't talk. His name's Nick Higdon. Give him a big applause.
Hey, give it up for Khalil one more time too, guys. It's okay. It gets scary up here. So really, just one more time for him. Like, for real, it's tough. That's right. Beautiful. Hard claps, I like to see it. Hard claps. Clap, come on. No, it's okay. You guys know what the golf clap is? Yeah. No, it's what Tiger Woods gave all those strippers. Hey, how we doing? How we doing? We drinking? All right, let's see some water. Milkshakes, ooh. Pina colada, the grown-up version of a milkshake. I guess I was right. I'm glad to see we're all drinking tonight. That's good, right? I think, I don't know. I'll tell you what, it's definitely cheaper than therapy, right? Yeah. Bad thing to clap at, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, therapy's expensive now, right? Isn't it crazy? It's like $200 or $300 a session. It's like, dude, if I had that kind of money, would have already bought the gun. Nice, you guys are fun. I'm feeling fun too. I'm pretty rowdy. I've had a lot of gas station coffee today, so yeah, it's an insane way to start your morning. Cause if you go there, they leave the pot out too long, so all the water dehydrates and it's just sludge. That's what I drink. I like it. I call it Speedway ayahuasca, honestly. You know what I mean? Because you start vibrating. You see ancestors you didn't even know you had. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ. That's how I start every morning. I love it. Love doing it. Go there, get my coffee. Talk to the gas station ladies. Those are my girls. I love them. Bethany, Gail. The gas station ladies. You know them. You love them. Those are my type of girls. You know what I mean? They're all gruffy. Is that a word, gruffy? They're all gruffy. Yeah. You know what I mean? They all look like bus drivers. That's what I like. I like a bitch that can drive a bus. That's what I'm into. And when you go there, there's two types of gas station ladies, right? The first type, it's the real scrawny one. She stands like a meerkat, you know what I mean? The second type, she's the muscle. You know what I mean? Real sturdy, robust girl. Like the first one looks like she's been huffing the diesel, but the second one looks like she's been drinking it. You know what I mean? I'm saying there's a real Timon and Pumbaa situation going on at the gas station. Welcome back. Yeah. Talk to those girls. Talk to them. Because if they like you, they really like you, they'll show you their tattoos. That's how you know a gas station lady's found a friend, when she starts showing you her tattoos. I learned that because the other day I was in the gas station. I was chopping up with Gail. Love her. She's my bitch. I love Gail. Chopping up with her, and she's like, hey, you want to see my back tattoo? I was like, I didn't know this was part of the Speedy Rewards. Yes, I do. Please. And she goes, all right. She lifted up her shirt and then like undid her bra so I got a real good look at it. There's a line behind me, by the way. They're like, what the fuck? Is this boy about to fuck a gas station lady? Yeah, I'm in there. You know, she shows me her back tattoo, and I swear to God, this is what it was. It was a picture for two kids, right? and then a frame around it, kind of like a mirror, like it was supposed to be a mirror. And then underneath it, it said, "Always watching my back." And I was like, oh, so you don't have custody of those kids, right? Right, like that's a tattoo that says, "I love my kids, but I kind of love Percocet a little bit more." All right, I'm gonna get out of here on that. Thank you. You guys have been fun. Claps, claps, claps. All right, your next comic coming up to the stage right now. He's very funny. Please make some noise for Todd Probus. Todd!
Nick Higdon, everyone. Let's hear it for Nick one more time. We got any parents in the crowd tonight? Yeah. I got 2 teenage daughters. One of them is off to college. She goes to a really good college, and because it's a really good college, there's a lot of kids there that come from money. We don't come from money, but she was talking to some girls like a few weeks after she moved in, and one of the girls said, "So guys, which of your houses is your favorite? Like other than the one you usually live in, which house is your favorite?" And my daughter's like, "I don't know, Waffle? Gryffindor? International of Pancakes? I don't know." My younger daughter plays lacrosse. She's still in high school. She plays lacrosse. If you're not familiar with lacrosse, it's like soccer, but interesting. Lacrosse. She plays a lot of lacrosse, so our schedule's really busy, but we do try to travel when we can. Back in the fall, we took my daughter to New York City for fall break, and we were walking through Times Square, and this guy handed me a brochure and said, "You need to come visit our new observation deck. It's 6 feet higher than the one at the top of the Empire State Building." And I said, "Why?" Has anyone ever gotten to the top of the Empire State Building and looked out and said, "This sucks. I can't see anything from up here. If only I could be standing right there. It'd be so much better." We went and saw the Statue of Liberty, which was very, very cool. I'd always wanted to see it. When I was a kid, there was this magician named David Copperfield. And he had a special one night on TV, and at the start of the special, he said, "Tonight, I'm going to make the Statue of Liberty disappear." And I remember thinking, why? Like, we like the Statue of Liberty. If you're going to make something disappear, make it be something bad, like terrorists, or Luke Bryan, or Panera after breakfast hours, you know? I shouldn't pick on Panera. Panera's fine. Panera's fine. It comes in handy sometimes. Sometimes I'm out driving around, and I am just jonesing for a cup of soup and an apple, and I'm like, dang it, I only got $14. And Panera's like, "We got you, fam." You know? While we were in New York, we tried to take our daughter to Federal Hall, and she said, "What's at Federal Hall?" And I said, "Well, you can stand in the exact spot where George Washington once stood." And she said, "George Washington stood lots of places. He could have stood in our backyard for all we know." I said, "Well, that's a good point. But at Federal Hall, he was standing 6 feet higher." It's the best I could do. She's not a history buff. She doesn't know a whole lot about history. She was riding in the car with me, and she said, "Dad, do you know the darkest time in American history?" I said, "Oh, yeah, well, slavery." She goes, "Oh, well, yeah." I said, "Oh, okay, then 9/11. She goes, "Oh, yeah, okay, all right." I said, "Well, what is it then?" She goes, "Well, no, it's okay." I said, "No, what were you going to say?" She goes, "Well, I was going to say it was when they let Fergie sing the national anthem before the NBA All-Star game, but your answers are probably better." And, she's a good kid. She just doesn't keep up with history or like current stuff. Here's an example, and then I'll get off the stage. Our family was playing this card game called Apples to Apples. Okay? And in this game, you have 7 cards in your hand, and each of the cards has a person, place, or thing. And then in the middle of the table, you have a stack of cards, and each of those cards has an adjective on it. And so you turn over that card to see what the adjective is, and then you pick the card in your hand that best matches that adjective. So the card that was turned over on the table was sexy. And my daughter put down a card that said AIDS. She did not know what AIDS is. She saw the word sexually on the AIDS card and just thought it was a match. And I said, why? She goes, I didn't have anything else to play. I said, give me your hand. And in her hand was a card that said Nicolas Cage. And I did not know who to feel worse for. My daughter for thinking that AIDS sounded sexy, or Nicolas Cage for being less sexy than AIDS. Thank you all very much. My name is Todd Provis. Welcome to the stage, the always funny Mr. Chris Weir.
Hey, one more time for Todd, everybody. Let him hear it. Funny Todd. That's what we call him. We call him Funny Todd in the biz. Thank you guys for coming here. My wife and I got this little deal going on right now. This is if I can quit smoking marijuana for 2 months, she'll stop smoking cigarettes forever. And that's it. That's the deal. And at first, I didn't think I could do it. Didn't think I could, but now I'm actually 30 days into it. I'm 30 days strong. Thanks for the support. Really appreciate that. But I'm pretty sure I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can keep lying to my wife. Thank you. Appreciate that. I am brave. This happened recently. I was leaving a comedy club after a show, and I was walking out the back of the club to walk to my car, and it was late at night, and my car was parked down like this dark alleyway, and there was this bar that was attached to the club, and leaving out of the bar the same time I'm leaving the comedy club is this young woman, and she's walking down like the same alleyway that I am, so I'm like 30 feet behind her. It's dark. It's late at night. I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. There's some creepy guy walking behind her, so I decided to do this. I decided to take out my keys, go to hit my key fob, so she sees my car goes off, like I have purpose. But instead, I accidentally hit the trunk button. She noticed. As soon as she gets parallel with my car, my trunk pops open. She starts to panic. I start to panic. The lady I tied up in my trunk, she starts to panic. And a situation on her hands. I don't know, I was always trying to give ladies the benefit of the doubt on guys being creepy, because guys inherently are all creepy, I feel, no matter who they are. Like even Einstein, you guys have heard of him. E equals MC squared, you guys have seen the posters. Einstein, very famous for being a smart dude, but Einstein also pretty famous for having sex with his cousins. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys seen Oppenheimer, that's what the movie's about. No, Einstein very famous for that, and a lot of people will defend him and be like, yeah, a lot of people were sleeping with their relatives back then. They didn't know. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Einstein knew. You kidding me? Einstein, the most brilliant person ever. This guy could figure out why everything in the universe is expanding relative to everything else around it. You're telling me he can't figure out why his kids' eyes don't point in the same direction? Come on, Einstein. And what an unfortunate name for like the big theory that he's known for, the theory of relativity. For a guy that's sleeping with his relatives, I'd be a bit more cautious about the names I'm giving these things. Was it like a Freudian slip one day in the lab? Did his lab partner walk in, seeing him working? He's like, what you working on there, Einstein? He's like, oh, it's a theory of my relative's titties. What'd you hear? My wife and I, we just introduced a vibrator into the bedroom. That's pretty cool. Yeah, give it up for vibrators, everybody. Just the women. Go figure. I know, dudes, AI's taking all of our jobs. It's bullshit. I hear you. I get it. I like the vibrator. I do have a suggestion, though, for vibrators that have, like, multiple settings. And I think they should all come with kill switches. Right? And I get how ignorant I look being a straight male up here telling everyone how vibrators should be made. I get that. Like, yeah, I think all vibrators should come with a set of balls and a Pete Rose rookie card. Come on, ladies. right in front of your faces. No, I do think you should come with kill switches because it's fun getting to like climax together. But it's kind of like a downbeat in the whole experience when you have to like cycle back through all the settings you went through to get there. That's kind of embarrassing, right? You come, you just gotta be like, and then you miss that off switch. And then you're gonna cycle back through all those settings again. And it's like, geez, just get this out of my butt, you know? Right? I mean, we could take it out first and then try to find it off switch. I don't understand logistically why it's got to be in there. So my wife and I, we went to Hawaii not that long ago, and the most interesting thing that happened while we were there is that we went to this nude beach where I ended up smoking pot with this naked dude while I was also naked, which wasn't part of the original itinerary, but it wasn't an upcharge, so I made the right call. What happened was we just went to a regular beach during the day. There was this like catty corner to this nude beach. And after a handful of beers during the afternoon, started feeling a little saucy. Decided to walk over to the nude beach. And a lot of naked people over there, obviously. But like the next thing you pick up on right away in this world where like pretty much everyone's naked is that all the people are wearing swimming trunks and shorts look wildly perverted. Yeah, because all the naked people are busy being sociable. They're hanging out in the center, they're dancing, they're mingling around, they're having a good time. Then you got this wall of creep hanging out in the back in the shadows. Like, no, we'll hang out back here with our cargo shorts on. These binoculars are prescription. So we just don't want to be associated with the creepy clothed people. So the game plan became right away was that I was just going to be the designated naked person for my wife and I. So that's what we do. We walk in the center with all the naked people and we set up shop. Flipped open a couple towels, set down her beach bag, and I go and I peel off my trunks. Then I light a cigarette. And as soon as I do that, this naked dude sees me, he turns and he walks towards me. And I never tried this hard in my life, not to look at another man's penis. And it was a sincere challenge. Like, I didn't look directly at it, but I could tell he was hanging 10. Very confident man, probably king of the beach, for all I know. But he just wanted to bum a light for his cigarette, so I give him my lighter. I'm like, yeah, sure, you're in charge around here, obviously. He lights his smoke, and he looks at me, he's like, hey, do you... I think we could drop the charades at this point. I'm not a cop. I'm not wearing a wire. You can tell that. And also, of course, I smoke pot. I'm naked on a public beach right now. Where do you think I draw the line? That'd be a very bizarre person to exist, right? Like, yeah, I'll get naked in public around total strangers, but what's that? Pot? No malarkey for me. Real square peg over here. So I said, heck yeah, I'll smoke some of your pots. He had to go walk back to his towel area to grab his pot because he wasn't wearing any pockets either. Had to grab that. By the time he comes back, my wife and I were sitting on our towels. So he goes to kneel down by us. And when he does that, I could hear it land. That's big, right, if it makes a noise? It sounded like some rogue bocce ball landing next to us. Just like, heads up! Kicked up sand in my wife's eyes. No apologies. Didn't even replace his divot. And I got stoned with the king. And that's been my time, you guys. Thanks a lot. Please welcome to the stage the next comic coming up here, Frank DeMint, everybody. Let him hear it.
Let's hear it for Chris. Well, huh? I was in the U.S. Army. I had signed up to be a medical lab tech, but during induction, military intelligence, an oxymoron if I've ever heard one wanted to talk to me. So I went and talked to him. They wanted me to go in linguistics. I was like, what? I'm not fucking this language up bad enough? You want me to fuck up another one? While we're at it, I don't think air traffic controller or radio operator would be good choices either. I'd kill more people than the terrorists. I surely would. I surely would. Did you notice I sound something like the love child of Barbara Walters and Mike Tyson? Something between the bishop on Princess Bride and Barry Kripke of Big Bang Theory. And maybe a little Elmer Fudd. I'm Hunting Rabbit. I really don't hear my speech impairment myself when I'm speaking, but if someone records me unbeknownst to me, I'm like, who's that stupid motherfucker? Embarrassing as hell, embarrassing as hell. My mother, she didn't help me out much. She named my brother Nick. I can pronounce Nick. She names me Frank. But it could have been worse. It could have been Francis, or Francisco, or worst of all, Roy. How about my last name had been O'Reilly, Roy O'Reilly and his brother Coy? Such a disaster, such a disaster. There's certain words I say that people don't understand, such as four-wheeled and whale. Didn't understand a single one of those fucking words, did you? And the problem is I like my steak medium well. Yeah. The waitress sort of looks at me confused, said, you want that well done? No, I don't want to eat shoe leather. I want it red in the middle, but that didn't help much either, did it? But usually after 5 minutes or so, they get the order right. But recently I was in a restaurant, waitress got my order right off the bat. I was bewildered, I was dumbfounded. And then I realized I was in a Chinese restaurant. Then they served me medium well dog. As I've gotten older, people mistake my lisp for an accent. And I wish I had thought about that in high school, because in high school, when you have a speech impairment and acting, you ain't getting no pussy. It ain't fucking happening. But I could have told a good story, like I'm from Transmania, southeast of Romania, whose major exports are dildos and pocket pussies. I'd just be beating them off, just beating them off. In college, I had to take a foreign language. I thought about French first, because I thought that nasal sound would maybe cover up my lisp, you know. But then I thought, Sacre bleu, rendezvous. Hell, I'm more incomprehensible then, huh? And then I thought about Spanish, but then I realized I can roll a joint, but I can't roll an all. Sound like a velociraptor, yes. So I end up taking computer language, yes. There's always a loophole, always a loophole. It was one time my wife and I were and his brothers and those wives were making a trip to Florida. My wife was driving and she was getting off to the right side of the road and hitting those bumps going, and his brother Jeff, sitting behind her next to me, was just laughing his ass off, just laughing his ass off. She turned around and said, what's so fucking funny, Jeff? I looked up at her and said, he wants me to say rumble strip. Fucking prick. Talking about pricks, who's the prick that put the S in lisp? Huh? I think it was Shakespeare. The slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Motherfucker. And who's the asshole over at Apple that came up with Siri, huh? Bet some pothead computer geek thinking of a guy like me saying, Siri, where is Riley White, the real White? Siri, where is Roberta's Romper Room and Rotisserie? Siri, where is Sally She-Shell, She-Shack? Motherfucker. I'm going to end on this one. I realized I look like Ron Jeremy and I sound like him with a dick in his mouth. But I can't suck my own dick, which if I could, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be this fat. Because I know no one could suck my dick better than me because no one knows me better than me. I've been Frank the Man. Thank you for listening to me. And thank you. And let's bring up your next comic, the very funny Rose Blobberman.
Give it up for Frank the Man. 7, carry the one. Yeah, too long. My father-in-law gave my husband some advice before we got married. He said, you have to be married to a person for at least 40 years, which was really sweet. You know, he had been married. Yeah, clap for that. Clap for that. 'Cause that's good advice. So my first anniversary comes around. My husband hugs me, kisses me on the forehead, and looks at me and goes, 39. 39. So we have about 25 years left, and the reason I know that is because I decided it was a good idea to get a puppy. And we have 2 kids, and we were almost out of the why is this wet phase. And if you are not a parent, let me explain the why is this wet phase. It's never, oh, my water spilled. It's pee. It's always, it's urine. And the first time when you discover something, you go, oh, you ask innocently, why is this wet? And then you get nervous and quiet. Why is this wet? And then you get loud and you get angry because you know it's pee. Why is this wet? So this week, my husband comes running because he heard the 3rd time. And he goes, why is the couch wet? I said, you know why the couch is wet. I'm looking up here. He goes, why are you looking up there? I said, because I hope it's a leak in the roof. It's not a leak in the roof. The dog pissed on the couch. Anyhow, he looked at me. He goes, Rose, you realize we live in a 2-story house? I said, yeah? He said, we're on the 1st floor. I'd still rather be cleaning up this than cleaning up that. So yeah, we've been almost out of that phase now for about, my kids are 5 and 9, so we've been almost out of that stage. And last summer our washer broke. And you know what happens when your washer breaks. Someone pees on something. It's just God's way of saying you need to buy a new washer. So I go to the bathroom and my husband comes running because I've yelled, why is this wet? And he goes, what? I just got out of the shower. I said, oh no, that's not shower water. And he said, no, I promise you. I said, smell it. Smell it. He's like, I'm not smelling it. I'm not smelling it. There must be something wrong with the cat. And I said, really? You, the one that stands going pee? He said, no, I promise. It wasn't me. I have something to confess. Okay, confess. He said, I've been sitting down watching TikToks so I can avoid you and the children. Good for him, right? Good for him. We've eliminated. So the next day, we're going to the laundromat, and I've got the bath mat in the car, and my 4-year-old looks at it, and she goes, why is the rug that I peed on in the car? And I look at her, I go, what? And she looks back at me and goes, what? I said, who peed on that? The cat. What? What? And I realize how screwed I am when she becomes a teenager. Because she's sticking to that story. So, after some prompting, just tell me who peed on the rug. Just tell me who peed on the rug. She said that prior to his TikTok era, she saw her daddy stand up, and she decided that she could try it too. And she peed on the rug. So I looked her lovingly in the eyes, and I kissed her on the forehead. I said, 14. And then you're out of the house. So before I go, I'm normally a teacher, and my principal, both my principals and the dean of students came, and they wanted me to make fun of them. So before I go, Mr. James, I'm very nervous about this, but Mr. James, I'm sorry all the kids hate your shoes. Sorry, Mr. Spradling, if you were sitting closer, your head would be very, very bright. And Miss Woodruff, last time there was a fight in the cafeteria, you walked away. Okay. So now that I'm not gonna have a job tomorrow, I would like to introduce the man that should have been.
You're safe.
Okay, hey, that's the district lady. So now have a job. Yeah. I'd like to introduce the man who should have been named Mike. Zach Hunt, get up here. Zach Hunt.
How you guys doing? So there is a shitload of beautiful women in here tonight. Now shut up, I'm on mushrooms, okay? I took a piss I thought was beautiful too. Like, stare at the sign hard enough, I'm gonna get hard as well. But make some noise if you love drugs. Fuck yeah! Like right now I just do weed and fucking mushrooms, but like I've been an addict pretty much all my life. Yeah, you name it, I've done it. My favorite drug that I did? Crack cocaine. I mean, we've all done crack, it's amazing. Right? At least in Indiana. Like, but I loved it, guys. And like, I got sick of having to go to somebody to get it. Like, fuck that middleman. My uncle's cool. I went straight to the dealer. A 55-year-old bowling coach named Kyle. And me and Kyle, best of fucking friends. Fox and the Hound. Everywhere that meant, I was there. Buying some crack, but I still cared. And when they won that bowling championship, you're looking at the head coach. And we were happy, like smiles on our faces, crack rocks in our socks. Couldn't be happier. But we got pulled over leaving that night, guys. Yeah, uh-oh. Yeah. I'm okay, because I smoked all my crack. I did it the way you're fucking supposed to. But Kyle, 33 grams on him. Yeah. That's a felony. So what did Kyle do? He threw that Honda in the park, looked me in the eye and said, "You got this, kid," and took the fuck off running. I was like, "Kyle!" He was gone. And I don't know if you guys ever seen a 55-year-old crack dealer try to outrun a 20-year-old state trooper. National Geographic. Just fucking cheat on a deer. But when he's on crack, that motherfucker can bolt. And he tried, swallowed the crack, got tased, he died. Yeah. Some confusion in his death, though, guys. His family said, "You electrocuted my boy to death." They said, "No, your dipshit son tried to swallow 33 grams of crack and boom, died." But I just found his death pretty hard to swallow. Wink. All right. And I don't do much topical shit because I don't have a TV from the crack and things. It's been pawned. But I do hear stories that pretty much captivate all of us. But I have some stories some of you probably didn't hear about. Like, did you guys know in 2020 pedophiles tried to rebrand themselves? Yeah. They're like, "We don't want to be called that anymore. We want to be called minor attracted people." MAPS. You didn't hear about it because we said, "Hey, you can go fuck yourself." But I think we all agree they should be hunted down and captured, right? So fuck it. Let's call them MAPs. Go to hunt them down, going on a fucking map quest. Yeah. And another one was like drag show readings. Like parents get mad at people reading to their kids in drag. I should have no input, honestly. No kids. I can't slay. And I don't know how to fucking read. But I like to cause peace and compromise, so I think I do have a fair compromise. Let's have the furries read to the kids. Yeah. Hear me out. How amped do you think your little one's gonna be when they show up and there is Rubble from Paw Patrol? Ball in his mouth, smile on his face, and a diaper on his ass. That's fucking rapport you can't buy. And who's more equipped to read Clifford the Big Red Dog than a fucking big red dog? We get them to lose that ball gag and that diaper and put that pull butt plug in with the tail. Match made in heaven. Ram was talking about, or not Ram, Blake, God. Blake was talking about porn. And I watch it, I'm sure you do too. If you don't, you're lying. But you guys know what's big on porn right now. It's all in the family. Yeah. Fucking mom, fucking dad, fucking uncle, the family reunion. Like, why is it so big? Why is everybody into this? It makes sense to me, folks. That is the last place in America your family can truly come together. I love it, groans. All right, that's all I'm gonna do, guys. But keep the energy higher for your next comic, Jamie Jackson.
Ooh, he's strong. Damn. It was stuck in there. How y'all doing? Ooh, shit. How many of y'all remember me from last time? Goddamn, Lee, I gotta do better. Every time I come here and I open with that shit, it be crickets. Anyway, I'm Jamie J, and I'm here to say fuck these kids. Oh, I fucks with this crowd. Y'all gotta come every time I'm in his motherfuckers. Everybody scream. But let me tell you why. Y'all see my shirt? This is my brand. I actually walk around and say, the fuck. Because I be having as a mother, a single mother of a little boy and little girl, it's a lot of the fuck moments. Let me explain to y'all what happened to me on Valentine's Day. I'm that cheesy mama, right? So I go and buy the candy and the cards. I slipped $5 in the goddamn card. My son opened the card. The 13-year-old, $5 fall out. He said, Mama, we broke. You little ungrateful motherfucker. Y'all, oh Lord, these kids, it get worse than that. So, my son is 13, and when they come teenagers, to me, I'm still in that new mommy stage. Long story short, I started noticing shit missing around my house, in my bathroom, and my bedroom. Vaseline, gone. Baby oil, gone. Lotions, gone. But nah, that ain't what got me, y'all. It's when my daughter, eczema cream got gone. It's a motherfucking problem now because y'all know that shit ain't cheap. And I end up going to my son, I kicked the door in, I don't give a fuck. I said, poof. I said, your dick gonna be rough. Do you know what eczema cream is for? That's why I need a lock on my door, mama. Fuck you and your lock. Using my expensive shit. They must know it's tax season. I don't know, I'm happy to them motherfuckers because they worth something right now, so I can't say fuck them kids too much. I don't care if it's some rich motherfuckers in here, I ain't, so I'm happy. Then I heard it's a possibility they worth a little bit more money soon. And yes, I'm the bitch with the 3 cats, okay? Because when they say who cat lovers, I start clapping loud than a motherfucker. I got 3 boys, Rooster, Brownie, and Shadow. They must know it's tax season because I'm noticing my back door, these little pussies keep coming to my door. And I'm looking at my boy cats like, y'all are not for outside. I keep hearing meow, meow. What the fuck? I said, I can't even claim you little 3 motherfuckers. They eat more than my kids. They go to, you know, they get all the shit. Then I think about it, y'all. These kids bad these days. I'm sorry for the school district that's up here. Hey, y'all, pray for y'all every day. God damn. I know y'all ready to retire. And that teacher that ran from the fight, bitch, run! They beating teachers' ass now. Get a chair, teacher. Get a chair. Hit them little motherfuckers. Tell them Jamie J said you can do it. I don't give a fuck. But y'all know why these kids bad? Because the new parents getting lazy. They got this pull-up curbside shit where you ain't got to go in the grocery store. You can pull up and pick up. You ain't got to go in a restaurant. You can pick it up on the curbside. Y'all, we don't even have to go to doctor offices no more. You can pull up and get stuck through the window. Everybody getting stabbed. Y'all remember who all got the vaccine? Look, you motherfuckers ain't even get the vaccine. Y'all like, we ain't about to turn 10 years from now. We remember what people were saying. If you get it, we gonna turn. But my point is, y'all, they so bad that y'all not letting the kids out into the stores no more. These little motherfuckers is bad because y'all leave them in the car, so when you do take them out in public, they tearing up some shit. Because when I was little, we was going to the brick and mortar stores, we was running all through the goddamn racks. My mama was tired of our shit. She was taking our ears and twisting them motherfuckers. Now, the parents just convenient, we're just gonna pick up groceries, y'all badass stay in the car. Fuck y'all new parents. And fuck gentle parenting. What is that? Y'all laughing, what the fuck is gentle parenting? Because that's what's wrong with these new age kids. Y'all too nice. Tear their ass up. I was proud when I saw that white man went viral. He had a little boy and a little girl. He said, he told that little boy sit down. He didn't sit his ass down. That man took his hand, pow, 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 right on his ass. I said, that's what I'm talking about. Then I got a white friend real quick. She keep telling her daughter, cool it, cool it. Bitch, look, tell that little motherfucker, sit the fuck down. Y'all, she didn't want to do it, so I saw Brittany run. I turned to her, I said, sit the fuck down. Brittany ain't moved the rest of the night. I'm your girl, Jamie J. Love y'all. Y'all give it up for my girl, Shay. Where you at, Shay Shay? I'm blind by these lights, girl. Where you at? Where you at, Shay? Damn, Shay, did you go away?
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your next comic, Alex Schubert.
Oh, but Shay was oh, Lord. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shay. If you in the building, go on up there. Go, go, go.
See, he done overtalked me. Come on, Shay. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Y'all give it up for Shay.
That actually worked quite perfectly because I never know what the fuck is going on. I'm gonna script it. I don't fucking care. I'm reading from my phone. I work like fucking 12-hour shifts, right? My name is Shay. This was my friend's idea tonight. Fucking stupid bitches. Yeah, I can buy my own dildos. I can use my own hand. Please myself for hours. 'Cause I don't need a man. Actually, that hot bitch right there, she offered to hook up with me tonight, and I'm considering. Hey. But anyway, I suffer from resting on the other hand face. And fucking Julie at work, she's sitting at her desk like, why is this bitch so happy? Why is this bitch so happy? I'm gonna have you guys help me. It's like a section. I used to be a DJ. We can do this. This is like 1, 2, 3. If you're happy and you know it, right? You guys know that song. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. If you're happy and you know it, it's your meds. Yeah. I'm delightfully stupid. Like, I thought the cloud was a fucking STD. I had to go to Spectrum because after 9 p.m. my iPhone was going to bitch nah, the face recognition shit, bitch nah. So I'm sorry. I took it in there, and the salesperson was like, do you got the cloud? And I'm like, that's personal. You fucking bitch. You fucking bitch. I'm single, my kids are grown. I'm getting reacquainted with my muff. My vagina. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I was married for a long fucking time. I'm so done with the fucking 3-day-old sweatpants and famunda. I'm sorry. Fuck, man. I went to the fucking gyno, and she's a friend of mine, and before she dived in, you know, she was like, I'm like, what are you getting into, girl, tonight? And she's like, Caesar salad and some salmon. Suddenly I'm in fucking Shawshank. Fresh fish! But once she got in there, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna make some fucking cherry pie. My life's like a fucking musical. I walked out of there and I'm like, she's my cherry pie. Right? This is so fucked up. Fuck. So it's been a long time, and I'm reading. I recently met this guy, right? Just by chance, and I'm like, all right. My life is like a fucking musical. And on the way home, I need your help tonight. We're gonna hear a little dun, dun, dun. Some fucking Queen. Ready? On a count of 3. Dun, dun, dun. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna dust off my muff. I'm gonna dust off my muff. I'm gonna dust off my muff. Yeah, I'm gonna dust off my muff. My kids are gonna be like, what the fuck is happening tonight? So my kids are grown, I'm in my 40s, I'm fucking single! So I looked into being an escort, you know? And they said you have to make you have to have 3 clients before you make fucking money. And it reminded me of the fucking Avon pyramid scheme from the fucking 90s, right? That's how I met these bitches that are here tonight. Yeah, fuck you, little fucking bitches. I have some news for you. In 10 years, there's some surprising shit that's gonna go down. I may be the fucking hot mama of the fucking office, but those fucking office donuts are gonna stick to your thighs like G's on the office slut's throat.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your next
Thank
comic.
you.
Stuart.
Here is Alex.
Lady, they turned it off. That's what happens when you do 10 minutes that sounds like you're about to sing a karaoke song for the first time in 10 years. No, give it up for Shay, everybody. I'm the guy who was announced. I have had a whirlwind of the last 5 minutes. When they said my name, I was in the green room. I was like, oh shit, I had a heart attack that I'm still kind of recovering from. And then I watched Shay do 5 minutes that sounded like it was to the tune of Happy Birthday, Mr. President. It's like, happy birthday. And she said, was it like, sing Flowers by Miley Cyrus? In like the most like seductive tone? Wow. Shit, I can do it too. Do you guys want to hear it? Like, I can buy myself flowers. I got it. Why the fuck did I do that? So, shut up. No, I'll get to my set. I sub-teach as a day job. I do that. And one day, a couple days ago, I walked into the women's bathroom, I'm sorry, not the women's bathroom. See, still recovering from the heart attack. I walked into the student restroom, almost not as good. As the experts call it, strike one. And what happened was I saw 2 boys just standing there, just hanging out. So to break the ice, I asked my obligatory teacher question. I said, are you vaping? And right away, one of the kids goes, no, I was flexing in the mirror. And shit, that might be worse. Because, like, you tell me what's worse, being full of toxins or being full of yourself? Like, what's worse here? Nah, like with teaching and stuff, I learned a lot of like random and interesting facts. Like one thing I learned, did you guys know that the state bird of Kentucky is a cigarette flying out of someone's car? Man, I had no idea. Our Ohio State bird is a cornhole bag. Like I had no idea. Cornhole's our #1 state sport. #2 state sport is jaywalking. #3, college football. That's really what it is. This is actually the story I wanted to work on tonight for you guys. You guys have been an awesome crowd. So Toby Keith passed away a couple weeks ago. And it was weird for me because when I was in college, I worked at Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill downtown. Wild place. And I really enjoyed working at Toby Keith's. I really did. I made the most of my time working at Toby Keith's. Because as the saying goes, when life gives you lemons, make watered down Coors Light. That's what we did there. It was great. So I actually found out that the guy that constructed like all the Toby Keith's locations nationwide, he like scammed a bunch of people, and he was a former member of the mafia. It's totally insane, which makes me wonder, like, does this mean I used to work for the mafia? Like, was Toby Keith's a former front for the mafia? Which, what a weird place to do it. Where some guy's like, how do we hide this mafia operation from the government? And right away, some guy's like, I got it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna build a country restaurant, and we're gonna fill it with hot southern waitresses and a busser that doesn't have a chance with any of them. It is, I was that guy. Yeah. But nobody knew that this guy was a member of the mafia, because what happened, he was in court, he testified against the mafia, he testified against them, and because of his testimony, the government gave him a new identity for witness protection, and the name they gave him was Frank Capri, which, shit. I mean, for a guy trying to hide his mafia past, Frank Capri is the most mafia name I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, Frank Capri sounds like someone typed, I'm walking over here, into a name generator. And that's the first thing that popped up. But I have a lot of questions for Frank Capri. I really do. Like, first and foremost, for Frank, Does he have a child? Is it a boy? And can I name him Capri Sun? That is, I gave myself a pat on the back for that one. But also, like, my big thing was like, why did anyone expect him to pay people back? Because his name was Capri. Why did anyone expect him to pay back? His name was Capri. Like, this man, he was so bad at paying people back, even his pants came up short. Like, that's it. Oh, it's the smartest joke I've ever written, and it's about pants. No, I'm not sexy at all like fucking Shay over there. I'm the exact opposite. Like, when it comes to dirty talk, I have 2 lines only. Do you like that? And are you sure? That's all I have. I'll leave on that. I'm Alex. Thank you, guys. And coming up next to the stage, give it up for Jackie Rabe.
Give it up for Alex, everybody. I love Alex. He asked me if I wanted a special introduction today for my birthday, and I was like, no, just do the usual. A mentally ill gap-toothed bitch. My name is Jackie. I am a 30-year-old bipolar bisexual from the Queen City. It's my first time saying that. It's my first time saying 30. Today's my birthday. Thank you. I just wanted someone to cheer for me. That's why I wore this crown. No, but I kind of feel like a baby deer in these shoes, to be honest. Thank you so much. I told myself that this must be what Usher felt like at the halftime show. And if he can do it, I can do it, all right? Not hanging upside down yet. But I am single. I've been dabbling in the dating pool. Anybody else been dabbling in the dating pool? Clap, yeah. Sticking your toes in that piss water, yeah. I just want someone to care about me as much as debt collectors do, you know? Just be held like a fart on the first date. Is that too much to ask? I feel like people my age kind of feel like their internal clock is ticking, their biological clock is ticking, but not me. I don't relate to that. I'm in no rush. I am convinced that my soulmate will find me in my living room, eating rotisserie chicken with my bare hands. When the time is right. No, I'm in no rush. I know my worth, and not just because of my medical bills. I know my worth because my ex-boyfriend told me I was perfect. Except for when I'd fart into the fan. And that's why he's my ex. Because I'm perfect and he's not. Nah. You know, it was just because he was all right, but his idea of passion was like missionary, and my idea is like 2 cheetahs trapped in a Speedway bathroom. It just didn't really work out. I tried. I asked him to be rougher. You know, I was like, nothing crazy. You just like pull my hair, smack my ass, you know? And he's like, I don't want to hurt you. And I'm like, I didn't ask you to do a Dahmer. Now hit me in the head with that lava lamp, bitch. True story. No, yeah, dating me is like 50 Shades of Jackie with no safe word. Never know what you're gonna get. Dating makes me a little bit crazy. You know, but not like substitute your apple juice for Pine Sol kind of crazy. Not like bite my acrylic tips off to fight my mom on Thanksgiving kind of crazy. Just like if you block me and I still have shit to say, I'll email you kind of crazy. Just the classic kind. No, I am healing, not healed. And I know that because, well, I thought I was healed. But I realized that I just didn't have someone with commitment issues mouth breathing next to me in their sleep. Yeah, so sometimes I will hold his mouth and his nose at the same time. Just for funsies. Just to see what happens, you know what I mean? And then right before he wakes up, startled and suffocating, I roll over. I'm like, babe, did you have a nightmare? Do you want to be the little spoon? You know? He has woken up 9 out of 10 times okay. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. He should have emailed me back. But all right, that's going to be my time, guys. Thank you so much. Give it up for your next comedian. He's super fucking funny. I love him. Cy Emerson.
Hey, everybody. Hello. Hi, how are you doing? Okay, nice. It's wonderful to see you. Sir, ma'am, are you guys on social media?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you talk about each other on social media in glowing ways? No? So you're good people then. There's this, I've been trying to get my brain around it. It's been going on for a while, but the performative couples social media thing, where somebody will go on and post my husband Jake is our family's superhero. He works 60 hours a week and still coaches our kids' teams and then has enough energy to support me in my dreams. Jake is my superhero. And you're reading it Jake talks so much shit about you behind your back. If he was a superhero, his name is Probably Once a Divorced Man. And so there's no one who talks about their relationship like that on the internet is shit going well. No one's like, and send. Now back to my life that's going the way I said it was. They're all like, send. Fucking Jake, get your bitch ass in here. I gotta keep lying to all these whores at church, telling them you're a superhero. How about you fly out to take the trash out, you fucking dick? I used to live in this a basement of this old couple's house, and I think the way I like, just keep it all private. Keep all your good and bad private, because that leads to more fun things if you stumble upon it. I came home one night after a show at 12:30 in the morning, and the wife was out mowing the lawn, and it was raining. There's only one way that happens. Well, I'll do it right fucking now then, Dave. That's a good 12:18 p.m. meltdown about something totally different, and then she's out there like, I've been watching Forensic Files. I'll fucking kill your bitch ass. I saw 6 years ago, I saw a man wearing a top hat get broken up with. And it's very difficult for me. I was in Charleston, South Carolina, and I was walking down the street, and on the other side of the street, I saw on a bench a woman in all normal clothes. And then next to her, seated, was a man in all normal clothes, plus a top hat. And you don't see a lot of middle-class top hats. You know what most top hats, you're either the richest guy I know or the poorest guy. You're either a Carnegie or the top of your top hat is peeled back like a can of tuna. And so we've spotted a blue-collar top hat, a working-class top hat. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna cross the street and very slowly walk by whatever's happening here. And as I got close, I heard the guy in the top hat going, I just don't understand why you're doing this, Teresa. Can you just tell me why you're doing this? You know how hard it was for me to not be like, do you think it might be the hat? She's breaking up with you and it's still on your head. Here's the thing, I understand, I sympathize with him. I've been broken up in a very odd way. I got, in my early 20s, broken up with at a Burger King, and that's not humiliating. But at least I had the wherewithal when she went into her spiel. I was like, well, I'm gonna take off this cardboard crown. Those are her sad words, and I'm not gonna let these families see me cry in Burger King merch. I walked by and I was like, okay, I need to keep knowing what's happening, but I can't circle back like, I forgot my phone. So I crossed the street and I kind of hovered over there, like pretending to be on the phone, but very much like, what's next? And after a few moments of that, I looked around and I realized there were several other people also pretending to do other. It looked like the shittiest undercover FBI sting. One guy was just like dusting a building, like, man, dirty building, I'm the building duster. Here on Wednesdays, I dust the buildings. An old woman was just continuously pantomiming mailing a letter. She was like, and I don't think, we just want to know, what's the hat for? There's no answer. There wasn't a reason. We weren't by a circus. We weren't outside auditions for Monopoly the musical. It's just a guy who left that morning in a top hat and now had arrived at breakup. And I will tell you, I think we were all rooting for him. Because when I got broken up at Burger King, it hurt. I really cared about that girl, and I was really hurt in the moment, but I also understood the opportunity that was in front of me, and I understood I had a chance to take the power back. And so when she said her whole piece, I stood up in front of a restaurant full of fast food customers, and I said, fine, you can have it your way. And then I walked out, and I for sure won that breakup. That's 100% that I won that. And that's all I want for Top Hat Guy. I want him to stand up after she says her whole thing, and he goes, well, fine, if you want to see other people, well, this will be the last time you see me. And then he just fucking poof. Just fucking doves away from the situation. What a moment. You got the hat on. Don't tell me you don't know any fucking tricks. You're a 38-year-old white man with a top hat on outside during the daytime. And so we didn't get that. She just broke up with him and she left. And so then he got up and he slowly walked away, and about a half a dozen of us kind of followed behind him at a safe distance. Watched him slowly duck a top hat inside a Toyota Tercel. And he drove off, and we all thought, well, let's go tell the whole world about this. Get out of here on this. I was at a barbecue recently, and I was sitting there with a group of adults, and we were talking about dogs. And so I said, oh man, I can't wait to get a puppy. And then an adult that I had met when I arrived, but that was the first time, said to me, oh, you should rescue a dog. And I was like, oh, I appreciate that, but I'm going to get a puppy. He goes, no, you need to rescue a dog. And I was like, well, I'm 39 years old, and I get to do the things I want, so I am going to get a puppy. And then he goes, well, then you're a monster. I'm not going to cook the puppy. It's not for puppy tacos. You understand this is a puppy to love, right? I'm gonna bring the puppy into a loving home. And then he gave me a 10-minute TED Talk about how he and his wife rescued a dog, and about how if you don't rescue a dog and you buy a puppy, you're contributing to the problem, and you're basically a piece of shit. And when he finished, I was like, cool, thanks. And who is that? And he goes, that's my daughter. And I go, right, I met her when I got here. And did you and your wife have her? And he was like, yeah. And I go, well, then you're the biggest hypocrite. And you don't get to have your own amazing human being and then give me some party lecture because you bought a wonky dog. It's not. My family adopted 4 girls. I wasn't like, hey, you had your daughter? Okay. Have you met my rescue sisters? They used to be not good in the car, but now they're good in the car. You don't get a parade because you bought a wonky dog that takes terror shits during a thunderstorm. Dick. So, okay. You guys are a lot of fun. We're going to keep that going. Your final comedian of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, put it together for my good friend, Mr. Phil Pointer.
Y'all keep it going for Cy and everybody else. So since I know y'all gonna recognize my voice anyway, we're gonna go ahead and address it. I did not know where the fuck Shay was. But I'm not gonna take the blame alone, goddammit. You motherfuckers stop clapping. If one of y'all had kept clapping, I'd have known to wait a little bit. But no, you motherfuckers had to stop. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody good? Yo, I've been away from the stage from like 2 weeks or like a month, and I know for a fact that was only 75% of the people, and I said everybody. So we gonna try this shit one more time. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? All right. It's still Black History Month, motherfuckers. It didn't stop being February in Montgomery, goddammit. We're gonna go ahead and address it also off the top, the leg, everybody sees it. This happened to me because I found out that I'm not in as good of a shape as I thought I was. I did. Because here's the thing, I'm 50 years old, but I think I'm in pretty good shape, you know what I'm saying? So about a month ago, when we had that real bad snow outside, and I was outside getting something out of my car, and I started to slip on the ice, and I caught myself. And for a moment in my brain, I was like, still got it. And then I heard 3 pops in my knee. 3 of them. My body audibly disagreed with me. I was like, still got it. My body was like, no, you don't. I got surgery about a week ago. When I went in to see my surgeon for the first time, my surgeon was up, he was talking to me like, yeah, so, we can keep doing what we're doing right now. I don't really recommend that, or we can go ahead and do surgery. And I was like, whoa, hold on a second, doc. This is not a sales pitch. I want you to dig in this motherfucker and fix whatever's going on. I am 50 years old and I dress like this. Like all the time. I went out to LA and got 28 more t-shirts. I'm not changing anytime soon. I can't be walking around fucking looking like I'm 28 and walking like I'm 78. That ain't gonna work. So I got the surgery and I had a tear in my quad tendon that I had to get repaired. Tear in my quad tendon. That's when I realized that I wasn't in as good shape as I thought I was. Because all I'm doing is trying to catch myself on the ice, and I'm getting NFL level injuries. I'm catching myself, and my body's like, well, he know we can't avoid linebackers, what the fuck? Reason why I thought I was in pretty good shape is because recently I've been losing weight. And I've actually been doing pretty good, I have. But I'll tell you what, I don't measure my progress in pounds. Like I don't have a scale at home that I use. No. I measure my progress in achievements, Like not long ago, I had the achievement where when I'm standing up in the shower, I can lift my leg up and wash my foot. Oh, some of you motherfuckers don't understand. When I had that gut sitting out in front of me and I lift my leg up and bend over, that gut acted like Shaquille O'Neal in his prime, just boxing my leg out the pain. Only way I was ever able to wash my feet was to bend completely over and let that gut push my diaphragm into my esophagus and choke me out. Now I gotta take a break during a fucking shower. I was taking a shower one time and listening to music. It took me one of these breaks and realized that I had taken a break through 3 different songs. That's when I knew I had to do something. Because I'm like, it's ridiculous to have a shower with a halftime show. That's crazy. All I'm saying is taking a shower ain't always no cakewalk when you always walking for cake. Been married about 7 years now. I have. And I'm married to a white woman. I am. So of course she has me into true crime. Don't you motherfuckers sit out here and act like true crime ain't white girl catnip. Come on now. But we're both into true crime mainly because we both have dark senses of humor and we joke about things you're not supposed to joke about all the time. Like race. We joke about race constantly. Like one time we were in a store and she was playfully hitting me in my arm. And I was like, girl, if you don't stop hitting me, I'm gonna call the police on you. And she said, who you think they gonna shoot? I feel some of y'all pulled back on me on that last joke. But I wanna reassure y'all of something real fast, okay? I personally have firsthand knowledge that my wife has earned the right to be delightfully racist by swallowing the correct amount of black man's cum. So therefore, you motherfuckers can sit back and enjoy the jokes, okay? Some of y'all off to the side whispering, girl, how much you think that is? So we joke about race and all that kind of shit all the time. We have fun with it. And it's never caused a problem in our marriage and our relationship at all until not long ago when I had the opportunity to go apple picking with her and her mother. If you don't know why apple picking can cause a weird situation, that's because you don't remember the history of black people, white people, and agriculture. First dark joke I thought of that I wanted to share with them, we first got there and we were walking up to the place. And I was like, you know what? I just sing Swing Low the whole time to make all these other white people nervous. And my wife and her mom laughed at that shit super hard. And all of a sudden I felt this little tinge in my back. Like my L7 was like, I don't like them laughs. This is my wife and her mother. I've known these people for over a decade. I love these people to death. They're not racist, I know this. It's in my head, I'm tripping. So I put it out of my head. A little bit later, I had another dark joke I wanted to tell. So right after we paid, we had to pay $30 to go apple picking. And I was like, yo, I just paid $30 to be a slave. And they laughed harder at that one than they did the first one. Let me tell y'all something real fast. I've been doing comedy now for almost 15 years. Okay, I love making people laugh. My wife and her mother, these people mean so much to me that I love making them laugh even more. But in that moment, for the first time in my life, when hearing their laughter, I actually thought, you bitches can stop laughing now. The shit wasn't that goddamn funny. Shut the fuck up. I couldn't say nothing else to my wife or her mom for the rest of the day just to preserve my relationship. Do y'all realize how much black man's cum my wife had to swallow for me to get over that shit? Clap if you've had fun tonight. Good. I'm gonna bother y'all with one more thing and then we going home. They always say you should never Google during a medical emergency because it can make you think you have something you don't really have. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. One day you're sitting on your couch, all of a sudden out of nowhere, you get the worst pain you've ever had in your life sitting right here in the middle. So you pick up your phone, you're like, shit, that's the sign of a heart attack. So you flip to your phone function and you dial 911, and just as your thumb gets ready to hit that last one, you let out the deepest, most satisfying fart you've ever let out in your life, and you feel better. It's so satisfying, it feels like your soul is crying out in relief. Just, oh yeah. I had a situation where I had to learn that lesson the hard way myself. And I'm gonna tell you how it happened. I'm gonna be a little gross. I apologize, but it's for the sake of the story, so please bear with me. I was taking a shit. Okay, you're right, I could have said that better. But when I went to wipe, there was blood on the toilet paper, and it freaked me out, because I'm like, at my age, the only thing I know that causes that is colon cancer. And there's a history of cancer in my family. So I'm like, shit, is this what's gonna take me out? So I went to Google to find something less lethal, and that was a fucking mistake. Because what I found out it could be was internal hemorrhoids. Do you motherfuckers not know what a hemorrhoid is? Is that what all this silence is about? All right, let me go on and inform y'all. A hemorrhoid is this little itchy pouch of volcanic lava that forms right by your asshole. I didn't feel anything at all, nothing. The moment I read that sentence, I suddenly felt the urge to scoop my ass across the carpet like a dog. I immediately closed Google and was like, fuck, I hope it's cancer. I really did want to know what it was, so I scheduled an appointment with my doctor. My doctor said everything looked fine, but wanted to give me a colonoscopy just because of my age. I was nervous because I've heard of these before, but I didn't know what to expect. Colonoscopy itself went very smooth, no problem. Only thing that fucked with me is this prep solution they have you drink before the colonoscopy. Some of y'all motherfuckers know, don't get ahead of me now. For the rest of y'all that don't know, I tell you, it's 4 liters of this stuff you have to drink. And what they tell you it does, that it liquefies everything in your system so the camera can get a good view. That's what they tell you. What they don't tell you, however, is that that solution turns your asshole into a pressure washer. Y'all don't understand. First time I used the bathroom after drinking that stuff, the bowl was cleaner than when I sat down. I was like, shit, if I point this at some houses, I can make some money. Call it Browntown pressure washing. Y'all ready to go home? Come on, give me some energy. Y'all ready to go home? Thank you all very much for coming out tonight. We got some great shows coming up. Brad Wenzel is this weekend. Cy Amundsen is next week. Ladies and gentlemen, get home safe. I love y'all. Bye.